Hello listeners, welcome to Studio NIOS. I am Dr. Pooja Chopra. Today we will discuss evolution of Indian society. As you all know that man is a social being. It is immersed in the society since it is born until it dies. But what is society? How it functions and how societies evolves over a period of time is a question that haunts people since eternity. In this lecture, we will discuss about the concept of society and how Indian society evolves over a period of time. As you all know that society is a web of relationships and these relations are fundamental for understanding human behavior and different institutions of the society. The term society is rooted in Latin word societas, means friends and ally. The term is used to describe a relation or interaction among groups. Introduction to society. According to American sociologists McLever and Page, society is as a system of usage and procedures, of authority and mutual aid, of many groupings and divisions, of control of human behavior and of liberties. Hence, we can see society as a large group of people who interact with each other, share the same culture, territory, and way of life. As you have all heard that another word, community. How community and society are different. Community needs territory and community is a subsystem of society. And education is a subsystem of community. So all these three terms, society, education and community are interrelated and intertwined. The usage of society is very wide and ranges from one small community, village to word human society, from primitive culture to postmodern cultures, which differs from time and place. However, the concept of community and society are not same. Society is an abstract, broad and general concept, whereas community is a constituent of society and characterized with definite territory as we have discussed earlier. Close relationship called we feeling is one of the important characteristics of a community and cultural similarity is also another characteristics of a community but not society. Now coming on the characteristics of a society. First we will enlist the characteristics of a society. The first characteristics of a society is that members of society are expected to attain values by following prescribed norms, folkways, modes, laws, etc. of society. Norms are the guidelines for behavior. Indian society is characterized by diversity, patriarchy, importance of caste and community. Listeners, you must have heard about this concept patriarchy. India is a patriarchal society in which means that male is the head of the family. Property is transferred from male members of the society. Another characteristic of society is that society involves some degree of communication and cooperation, which can be described as a culture at a higher level when there is a persistent and generational transmission of knowledge and behavior for learning. How Indian society is evolved. Coming back to evolution of Indian society, India is a country of ancient civilization that goes back to Indus Valley civilization, which flourished during the 3rd millennium BC. In the past, Indian societies were organized around small groups of people, maintaining tribal characteristics. With the passage of time, they were becoming more complex, adopting as many members and establishing new relationships within it. The society exists since man began to populate the planet, though its form of organizations suffered variations throughout history. The society of prehistoric man, as you all know, was organized in hierarchical mode, where a chief, he is the strongest, or the whole sage has the most concentrated power. Now we will discuss how Indian society evolves over a period of time. As you all know that India is a country of ancient civilization that goes back to Indus Valley civilization which flourished during the 3rd millennium BC. In the past, Indian societies were organized around small groups of people maintaining tribal characteristics. With the passage of time, they were becoming more complex, adopting as many members and establishing new relationships within it. The society exists since man began to populate the planet, though its forms of organization suffered variations throughout history. The society of prehistoric man was organized in a hierarchical mode where a chief is the most strongest person of the society. He has the whole concentrated power around him. Indian society is composed of diverse cultures and each one has its own rationale and ideologies that Indians are unique and different from the others. The society in India is quite old and complex in nature. Many scholars have diverse opinions on the origin of Indian society. India is said to be a synthesis of diverse social and cultural elements. It is a synthesis of the Aryan and the Dravidian cultures. The unity between the village, the family, and the legal system was the outcome of this synthesis. The synthesis has created community from the ancient period till today. Continuity from time of Mohenjo-daro 2500 BC through Jainism, Buddhism and Islam, and from the time of the British rule to post-independence India. India's social system is very old and complex one as we have discussed earlier. The social evolution of Indian subcontinent is rooted since early and middle stone ages. The deep, fathomless Indian history often traced with the oldest and largest civilization, that is Indus Valley civilization. And hence we can say that India has a great cultural heritage. It is a mixture. It is rightly called as the melting pot of the civilizations. The archaeological evidence reveals that this was one of the most organized civic life with developed town planning, a system of writing, having knowledge of copper and gold, standardization of weights and measures, and much other evidence of economic and political institutions are evident in our ancient civilization such as Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Vedic period is known for development of 4 Vedas, the hymns, the rituals practices, and Vedic mode for pedagogical inspirations. Historically, India has been a place of numerous groups of immigrants from various parts of the world, particularly Europe and Asia, such as Sakas, Parthian, Kushan, Mongol, Portuguese, British, French, and Dutch, and others. These groups also carried their cultures to this subcontinent. All these cultural contact in the long run influenced each other, and this has created this subcontinent a place of melting pot of diverse culture. Hence, it is the result of this mixture of various continents that our India has become a unique country. It is rightly called a place of melting pot of diverse culture. This has resulted that India constitutes diverse cultures and followers of all world religions are living together in this country. Its complex social culture and structure and culture is another distinct feature traced through the existence of various races, caste, communities, religion and languages. Despite such complexity and diversity, it has one identity called unity in diversity. As you all know that India has a melting pot of various culture. We should, as Indians, we should celebrate our rich cultural heritage. We are diverse and we should take proud in this thing. We are not one, we are all one, but different religions, different languages, and this makes us unique and different from all other people all over the world. Unity in diversity. As we have discussed earlier, that India is known as a melting pot of diverse culture where multiple races, numerous caste and subcaste group, all major religion, sects and cults, distinct communities, different cultural religions and languages coexist, influencing each other, making India a culturally rich and unified nature. As India, we all are one and we should be proud of it, our cultural heritage, not make our country a communal one. We should take pride that we have diverse religions, we are secular, and each religion in our country has a specific place. We are one. The features of diversities are as following. First one is races. B.S. Guha identified all 6 major racial elements in the Indian population, namely Negrito, Proto-Australoid, Mongoloid, Mediterranean, Western Brachiocephalus and Nordic, in which first 3 are the oldest inhabitants of the subcontinent. However, the concept pair is no more a social reality due to frequent social mobility. Nowadays, the term ethnic group is widely used. Another feature of diversity is religion. As you all know that most of the major religions of the world like Buddhism, Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, Jainism, Jews, Zoroastrian and many bewildering variety of cults, sects and other followers live together in Indian society. Communities. Beyond the caste and subcaste groups, there are more than 700 distinct tribal and ethnic communities comprising almost 7.5% of Indian population. They are outside to our caste system and maintain isolation from other cultural groups. However, after independence, the government policy for development has started a process of integration. Now, Government of India is trying to integrate the tribal communities into the mainstream population. Language and other cultural diversities. As we are aware that culture is a wider concept. Hence, here we include other remaining factors of diversity. There are diverse languages and diverse cultural religion. According to Grierson, India has 179 languages and 544 dialects. This number will indicate how rich we are. The feature of unity also continued with above mentioned diversity features. Thus, we say that diverse features not always for collide and conflict, but they can coexist together. India is a living example of this. M.N. Srinivas viewed the feature of unity inherent in Hinduism, which represent more than 3/4 of population. The following features of unity also played a significant role in Indian national building. We have one political entity. Politically, almost whole subcontinent was under one kingdom, such as Chandragupta Maurya, Gupta period in ancient India, since Mughal period and British period clearly marked as one of the political regime. Therefore, Indian subcontinent from ancient period to modern period is more or less has politically unite, except for few aberrations. Then there is a territorial integrity of Indian subcontinent. Geographically, whole subcontinent has one identity, separated by Himalayas and the Indian seas. Though it varies within as Northern Himalayas, Aravalli Range, Peninsular India and united by mighty river system which encompasses entire subcontinent. Hence, our geographical features also make us one. Now, there is a common culture. Common cultural initiatives reflected throughout the Indian history. The Emperor Ashoka worked for the unity of India by achieving cultural and religious harmony with non-violence principles. Mughal Emperor Akbar projected the concept of religion Deen-e-Ilahi. Also, he called it as a synthesis of Hinduism and Islam. Then, therefore, on one side we have diversity in terms of race, caste, religion, culture and communities, while on other side we find unifying features like one political entity, territorial integrity of subcontinent, existence of all the major religions but tied within one thread, single Varna model and Varna ashram system encompassing whole India. Secondly, the goal of education is to perpetuate and cement the difference among various social milieus. Through the complementarily of homogeneity and heterogeneity, education plays a significant role in nation building, which Durkheim called as organic solidarity. So, education can be used as one of the tools for maintaining India as a one. As you all know that India has a one national core curriculum. Education in India comes under the concurrent list. That is, it means that in education we have control of central control and state control also. So, we are strict to one united India. A.R. Desai in his book Social Background of Indian Nationalism also explained the emergence and evolution of Indian nationalism during independence movement. During freedom struggle, above mentioned different identities considered a hurdle. However, they are joined together under one umbrella called Indian National Congress. Different identities coexisted but also fought for one nation. To sum up, we can say that we have discussed about Indian society, how it has evolved in the deep-rooted history. History of evolution of Indian society not only depicts the major events, but also its unique character of unity and diversity and continuity as one Indian culture. Culture is very significant to understand any society and its education system. As Indians, we should be proud of our rich cultural society and preserve it at all costs. Thank you.
क्या आप जानते हैं एक ऐसा शिक्षा संस्थान जो दे आपकी उम्मीदों को नई ऊंचाई? क्या आप जानते हैं एक ऐसा शिक्षा संस्थान जो दे आपको घर बैठे जब चाहे तब एडमिशन की सुविधा? क्या आप जानते हैं एक ऐसा शिक्षा संस्थान जो आपको दे तकनीकी क्षेत्र में आगे बढ़ने का मौका? अगर आप नहीं जानते तो NIOS, NIOS, NIOS। जी हाँ, NIOS मात्र एक ऐसा शिक्षा संस्थान जो दे आपके जीवन को उज्जवल भविष्य और सुगम राह। 25 लाख शिक्षार्थियों ने किया भरोसा इस शिक्षा संस्थान पर और किए आगे बढ़ने के मजबूत इरादे। जो देगा आपको घर बैठे शिक्षण सामग्री के साथ रेडियो व टेलीविजन कार्यक्रमों का सहयोग।
अरे वाह, ऐसा सुनहरा अवसर और कहाँ।
अब होगा सबका सपना साकार।
यकीन नहीं होता अब शिक्षित होना होगा इतना आसान।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने,
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने।
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो, धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो,
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
मित्रों हम उठे और जागे,
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी खातिर। शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर।
शिक्षा और परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बात।
कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने,
घर बैठे पाएं राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालयी शिक्षा संस्थान यानी NIOS में एडमिशन। वो भी एकदम आसान तरीके से, जिससे शिक्षार्थियों को होगी समय और धन दोनों की बचत। NIOS से शिक्षा कभी भी कहीं भी। शिक्षार्थियों, क्या आप जानते हैं NIOS में एडमिशन लेने का सरल और सुगम तरीका, जिससे शिक्षार्थियों को ऑनलाइन प्रवेश लेने में सहूलियत मिलती है। NIOS में प्रवेश की प्रक्रिया पूर्णतया ऑनलाइन है। शिक्षार्थी घर बैठे इंटरनेट द्वारा प्रवेश के लिए सबसे पहले NIOS की वेबसाइट www.nios.ac.in पर लॉगिन करें। अपना ईमेल आईडी और पासवर्ड डालकर अपना पंजीकरण करें। पंजीकरण के बाद लॉगिन करने पर ऑनलाइन प्रवेश हेतु आवेदन पत्र खुलेगा। आवेदन पत्र को निर्देशानुसार भरें और प्रिंट आउट लें। इस प्रिंट आउट पर अपनी फोटो संलग्न करें। ऑनलाइन प्रवेश के लिए शुल्क हेतु भुगतान के तरीके हैं: क्रेडिट कार्ड के द्वारा, डेबिट कार्ड के द्वारा, राष्ट्रीयकृत बैंक के ड्राफ्ट के माध्यम से, जो कि सचिव NIOS नई दिल्ली या नोएडा के पक्ष में देय हो। भरे हुए आवेदन पत्र के साथ साथ डिमांड ड्राफ्ट और संलग्न किए जाने वाले दस्तावेज हैं: जन्म रजिस्ट्रार के जिला कार्यालय से जारी जन्म प्रमाण पत्र की सत्यापित प्रति, जिसमें जन्म तिथि अंकित हो, पिछले विद्यालय से प्राप्त विद्यालय छोड़ने का प्रमाण पत्र, जिसमें आवेदक की जन्म तिथि लिखी हो। प्रवेश फॉर्म का प्रिंट आउट NIOS के संबद्ध क्षेत्रीय केंद्रों पर 10 दिनों में पहुंच जाना चाहिए, अन्यथा उचित दस्तावेज न लगे होने पर आवेदन फॉर्म रद्द किया जा सकता है। प्रवेश प्रक्रिया की पुष्टि होने के बाद शिक्षार्थियों को परिचय पत्र व अध्ययन सामग्री डाक द्वारा तुरंत पहुंचाई जाती है। ऑनलाइन प्रवेश एक बहुत ही सुगम और सुविधाजनक प्रवेश प्रणाली है। ऑनलाइन ऑन टाइम फॉर सेफ एंड सिक्योर एडमिशन।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो। धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से यूं